So SSDI and SSI sound almost the same. They're just one letter apart, but confusing the two of them could wreck your estate plan and bump your loved one off of public benefits. So there are some similarities between SSI, which stands for Supplemental Security Income, and SSDI, which stands for Social Security Disability Insurance. They're both run by Social Security Administration. They're both income streams, which means you get an income from them every month. And the criteria for being considered disabled is the same for both programs. But there are a lot of differences too. SSI is called needs-based because you have to need the money because you're poor in order to qualify. You need to have under $2,000 of countable assets. In fact, that's hardly anything at all. Also, if you're receiving any other income, that will decrease your SSI paycheck. And if you're receiving SSI, you automatically qualify for Medi-Cal. Now let's compare that to SSDI, which is called entitlement-based because somebody paid into the system and thus you're entitled to receive SSDI. So there's no asset limit to qualify for SSDI. And there's only an earned income limit. It doesn't matter how much passive income you might be receiving. Finally, if you qualify for SSDI, after 2 years and 5 months, you can qualify for Medicare. When a disabled person receives an inheritance, do they need a special needs trust? Well, if they're receiving SSI, then definitely yes, they need a special needs trust because any money they otherwise receive will count towards that $2,000 limit, that asset limit, and bump them off of their SSI and maybe even bump them off of Medi-Cal. It can be disastrous. Now, if they're just receiving SSDI, they may not need a special needs trust. Again, SSDI does not have a resource limit, so inheriting money directly or into a different type of trust would not interfere with SSDI. However, it can be a good idea to have a special needs trust for somebody who's receiving SSDI for protection purposes. A special needs trust is set up so someone else is managing the money, and that way, that money that they inherit is protected. The beneficiary themselves can't be subject to a financial predator or someone who's trying to take the money away. There's always going to be a gatekeeper who's making sure that that money is protected. So oftentimes, I recommend that special needs trusts be set up for someone who's receiving SSDI as well. So please click over to our YouTube channel to find out when a special needs trust is absolutely necessary and when it might still be a smart move.